Have you ever wanted to know what CSGO or CS2 would look like on a mobile device? Well, in today's video, I'm going to show you exactly that. I'm going to show you the real games on an iPad, Handcam gameplay, and a whole bunch of things in between. I'm not going to show you all a game that's similar to CSGO, like Standoff 2 or Critical Ops or even Alpha Ace, and then claim it's the real thing. No, I'm going to actually show you the real game, and this is what it will look like on mobile devices. There's been leaks for a while now that CSGO or CS2, one of the two games, is eventually going to come to mobile devices. And even though we haven't heard anything concrete yet, I'm still optimistic. I think it would be stupid that they wouldn't bring, like, literally one of the biggest games ever to mobile devices. We're just going to have to wait and see. In the meantime, though, we're going to start things off with some iPad gameplay. This is great. It looks awesome on an iPad, really, really good, and I can just see this right now. Like, why don't we have this yet on iPad, and iPhone, and Android? Like, this is the perfect game. There's so much potential for something like this. So many people want a game like Counter-Strike. That's why there's a billion different clones out there. Well, I just don't understand why. You know, maybe they're trying to perfect it as best as possible before they announce something, but, you know, the clock is ticking. The game is popular now, so they should do it right now. Now, if you're watching this video and you want to know how these people are doing this, well, there's a mixture of a couple of different ways. What you're probably seeing this person do on an iPad is cloud game. I think he's probably cloud gaming because I don't think there's a way you can emulate the game on an iPad. Maybe somebody can let me know in the comments if I'm wrong. But if you're going to see some Android gameplay, most of it is going to be from somebody that actually downloaded the game on Android. What they do is they basically get a Windows emulator. There's a whole bunch of different ones out there, and they download it from the Windows emulator. They basically get Steam, they buy the game on Steam on their phone, and then they can play it using their phone's resources. Now, obviously, since this is a PC game, especially CS2, it's a newer PC game, it's going to be a pretty intensive game, right? Even if it is relatively optimized. For a phone, you're definitely going to have one of the highest end phones to be able to run something like this. However, it's probably not as extreme as a game like GTA 5, for instance, which I did a video on a few days ago. I actually showed people playing GTA 5 using that Windows emulator, and it looks great. But something like this probably still will be pretty intensive. Maybe CSGO a little bit less, but there have been a lot of fan-made games that are basically equivalent to what we're seeing right here. One of them was actually a Chinese-made game. Some random Chinese developer decided to make a game in Unreal Engine 5 or Unreal Engine 4, one of the two, and it literally looked exactly like CSGO. And it was actually multiplayer. Dude, this guy, what are you even doing? How did you not see that person? I have no idea. But it was actually multiplayer. That's the craziest thing. I tried playing it. I sucked. It was way too difficult. These people that were playing in China, they must have grinded so many hours on that game, and it was freaking crazy. But unfortunately, that game got shut down. Now, there's a lot of other games out there that you can play right now that are similar to CSGO, and I'm sure you know that if you're watching this video. I don't even need to list them, but if you, for some reason, don't know about them, there's games like Standoff 2, Critical Ops. There's Alpha Ace, if that game ever comes back. I kind of doubt that it ever will. It's been so long since we've heard anything from the developers. There's even, like, Critical Strike. There's Brutal Strike. Dude, there's so many different games. Just search up, you know, games like CSGO on mobile. I even made a video about a year ago where I talked about that type of stuff. So you can I'll link it down below in the description. I'll link it down below in the description if you want to know games that you can play right now. But in theory, you can play this right now, as long as you have a good enough phone. I mean, even if you don't have a good enough phone, personally, I would just try it, you know? As long as you buy the game, why not try emulating it on your phone, you know? It's just going to be something from your Steam library, so you might be surprised. Maybe CSGO or CS2 would run a lot better than you might think. I'm debating whether I want to make a YouTube tutorial explaining how to emulate these games on Android. I'll see if I can figure out a way to do it on iOS. Again, I don't know if that's even possible on iOS, but I'm debating, and I will let you know if I decide to do something like that. The only reason I might not is just because I don't really know how some of these big developers would think of something like that. you know, in theory, it would be fine, because if you buy the game legitimately and it's on your Steam library, I don't see why it would be an issue if you log into your Steam account on your phone and you play it on your phone. But maybe they're going to say something like, oh, well, you're playing on a phone. That's not allowed. That's illegal. We can't have something like that. And then that's just dumb, because you're automatically at a disadvantage if you're playing on a phone. So I don't really know. But basically, that's the iPad gameplay. I think we should move on to some Handcam gameplay. There's 2 different videos that I want to show you all. I don't necessarily think they're the best quality in the entire world. You know, this is not like a pro player or anything like that. But it shows you all what it will literally look like when you can eventually get CSGO or CS2 whenever they finally decide to release the game on phones. Like, this is actually probably the closest thing to what it will look like whenever the game releases. And this is probably like what my gameplay will be like whenever I get this thing. This guy he just keeps dying over and over again. Yeah, because, you know, honestly, what he's probably, I mean, he's going up against PC players, and he's playing with 2 thumbs on a phone. That's just not a good idea, dude. It's crazy. Like, why would you even play with thumbs? Come on. He's right there. He's right there. There we go. There we go. He finally got a kill. Honestly, probably better than me, but whatever. It's fine. It doesn't matter. I think it looks great, though. I mean, CSGO and CS2, really nice-looking games overall. CSGO has honestly stood the test of time so well, and it still looks better than, like, any of the mobile knockoffs out there. It's crazy. There's the reason why that game is so popular, and I think, you know, now is the perfect time to release it to mobile devices. We don't have Valorant Mobile yet. All these other games that were supposed to be kind of similar to CSGO never materialized. We had a game called Project Rush B, which was a really cool game. It was basically kind of like Valorant, but with a little bit more CSGO mixed in there, a little bit less Valorant, maybe a little bit more CSGO. That's that person's gameplay. Let's go to the next one. And then that game just never really materialized. I don't understand what happened. It was really, really weird. Really, really weird. I guess maybe they ran out of funding. That's the only thing I can think of. This person is a lot better with his sniper rifle. It looks like it's the same person. So I don't know what the heck happened here. I guess this guy, you know, maybe that video was his very first gameplay. And then he's been playing for weeks, and now this is him much better at CSGO Mobile. Or CS2 Mobile, I should say. It's just going to be so fun, though. And, you know, another thing that I really think they should hone in on if they want to make a really, really fun mobile game that's, you know, CSGO or CS2 Mobile, they got to do the surfing. I remember back in the day, I'm sure you know that, when you watch those YouTubers and then they would tell a story time and then they'd have CSGO surfing. And that just seems so fun to me. I have CSGO, but I never really tried the surfing too much, but I always looked at it like it was really cool. And there's actually a game, I think it's literally called like Surf or something like that you can get on on Android, and it's basically like only CSGO surfing. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you all what I think a lot of people are going to do if this game eventually releases. I think people are going to figure out a way to connect a mouse and a keyboard to the game, and even though they're going to be playing on their phone, well, actually, hey, this is a perfect example right there. This person, there he is. He has Steam right there, but he's on a tablet. He's on a tablet right now. I don't know what tablet this is, but he is emulating his Windows, and he has Steam right there. So that's really cool. And he's playing with a mouse and a keyboard. So obviously, he's going to do a lot better. It's just basically like his own like little portable PC. Now, obviously, I think there's going to have to be some limitations to something like this. I don't think they're just going to flat out allow a mouse and a keyboard because, you know, every single person that decides to do that is going to eventually have a huge advantage over touchscreen. But if, you know, you can create private servers, maybe play with your friends, or maybe just like regular public lobbies that are not ranked, if they, you know, there's an option you could turn on where you could allow mouse and a keyboard, I think that would be a good thing. That could be a really nice like addition to it. And then it basically covers all the bases. They might as well just cover everything if they're going to eventually release CS2 Mobile. That's my personal opinion. Why not release the whole thing? Don't just release like one tiny portion of it. But it looks good on a tablet like this. Looks really, really good. I mean, honestly, graphics-wise, not even that different from, like, some of the best mobile graphics out there. You know, you have, like, Call of Duty Mobile, Warzone Mobile, if you actually can get max graphics on that game. They look like this. Maybe a little bit, maybe not quite as good as something like this, but it would be right in line with all the other games that we have out there. So, I think it's a perfect time to release something like this. Next up, what I want to do is I actually want to show you all, this is not CSGO. I think this might be Source. I think this might be Source or a game similar to it, but I saw the way that this guy had his button placement, and I just thought it was the funniest thing. Like, the buttons cover his entire screen. They're literally the entire screen. And I bet you, when CSGO Mobile or CS2 Mobile comes out, there's gonna be people like this. They're going to have some crazy, like, 10-finger setup, and buttons are going to cover their entire screen. This is why you would want a Red Magic device, because the Red Magic devices at least have shoulder triggers, so you can limit some of the buttons on your screen, at least maybe like your aiming button and your firing button. But seems like this guy knows what he's doing. That's just crazy. That is absolutely crazy. I think this has to be Source, right? It's just such not the best quality in the world. I can't even really tell. I don't even know what he's shooting at. He might have a ton of buttons, but I don't think he's shooting the person. That could have been, he might have done it. I have no idea. But I just wanted to show you that because I thought that was really funny. I think a lot of you would find that pretty amusing. Here's some more Handcam gameplay. This is not CS2. I believe this is CSGO. So this is potentially more what it would look like. I don't really know. You know, you want to hope that they're going to have the same graphics level that CS2 has for mobile devices, but it is possible they might have worse graphics for the mobile version just because they want to make sure the game can perform on all types of devices. But this is basically CSGO Mobile. This isn't Standoff 2. This isn't Critical Ops. This isn't any other game. This is actual CSGO Mobile. And this guy, once again, is not necessarily the best in the entire world. He's better than me, but, dude, come on. You got to clutch it or something. Is he, what is he playing? He's playing, is he playing team, free-for-all, right? This is free-for-all. To be honest, I don't know all the different game modes in CSGO, so. Wow, that's a very long-lasting free-for-all, though. If it is, literally the #1 player has 178 kills. That's crazy. That is crazy. But it just, it looks so good. I don't know. It looks so good. These emulators have really come a long way. And even the cloud gaming has come a long way. Somebody told me about a really, really cool thing relating cloud gaming that I think I'm going to make a video on in a couple of days. They let me know about it on Twitter. I'm sure the person is watching this video and they know that I'm talking about them. But it is the coolest thing, and I think I want to make a video about it. But yeah, honestly, that's some more Handcam gameplay. I think we get the picture. Let's go over to this video right here. This video, the reason I chose this is because I want to show you all a game that's not CSGO. This is not CSGO. This is not CS2. This is a game that's similar to it. I don't know which one. I don't know what game it is. But the point that I want to make when showing you all this is these other games are so similar to CSGO and CS2 that in the meantime, you can play them and still have a great time. They honestly probably replicate the bullet spread perfectly, or at least very close. It's probably going to have pretty much all the same weapons. Even the character models look very similar. So in reality, with games like this, maybe that's another reason why they've been hesitant to release CSGO or CS2 on mobile. It might, you know, there might just be too many people already playing these other games. I don't know. It's entirely possible, but it looks good. This other game, I don't know what it is, but it's just one of the many games that is very similar to Counter-Strike, but it isn't actually Counter-Strike. However, to finish everything off and to kind of wrap up everything that I am saying here, I want to show you all one more video of this person playing on the emulator. I believe this person is emulating the game, and you can see some of his stats there up at the right. And yeah, to kind of conclude everything here, I think it's great. I think it's awesome. And I just wanted to show you all some videos out there of people playing the real Counter-Strike games on mobile so you can get a better understanding of what it will look like whenever they decide to release these games. I'm still hopeful, as I said, that they're going to release the game. I just don't know when it's going to happen. We haven't heard any news. Oh my God, look at this. I have no idea what's going on here. That's crazy. He's adding bots. He's adding bots. Hold on a second. Is he going to kill the bots? There's the bots. Let's go see. Let's go see. Yeah, this guy's good. This guy knows what he's doing. He's not a complete noob. He definitely knows what he's doing. But I think everybody would be very excited if CSGO or CS2 comes to mobile devices, and let's just hope that they do it pretty soon. But I really hope you all did enjoy this video. If you did, please do take a second and leave a like and subscribe for more mobile gaming videos just like this, and I will see you all in the next episode.